Hey guys, what's up? This is just me shooting another recording. This recording is titled Sounds April Part 2, the year 2023. And in this recording, I'm sharing my experience with sounds that I hear that I believe I know to my knowledge they are from an outside source, from my experience, and I'm just making documents, documenting my experience with these sounds, um, sharing them, making records, things like that. So, yeah, I've been making notes of my experience with the sounds that I hear. It could be, uh, it could be from, I'm not certain from where they come from, but I've been making notes about them. I went to treatment, and medical treatment calls it a chemical imbalance, but I don't believe that because just from my experience, I know that's not what it is. I'm just having problems trying to prove that it's something different, maybe something digital or something like that. I'm having problems proving that, being able to expose that, reveal that, get some kind of evidence that it's something digital. I've been having problems with that. So, for right now, I'm just going to treatment and working with medical treatment, trying to make the best out of this situation. When I say make the best, it's because it's not a good experience. It consists of at least two-thirds negativity and one-third neutral, but it can even get up to three-fourths negative, which is more than two-thirds negative. It can get up to three-fourths negative and one-fourth neutral. And I keep track. I look at it, the time, and I make count numbers, crunch some numbers, do some approximations and some simple math, and that's what the numbers look like, anyways. So, yeah, I've been making notes about some of the stuff that I hear and things like that, and I have in front of me some notes that I've made, and it's about it. It consists of my experience. So, I'm gonna start checking out my notes, guys, and start you know putting them in this recording. So, let's see. The first note in front of me says, "I have been hearing for the past 6 hours on that particular day. Every time I practice deep breathing, which will mostly be unintentional, which is mostly is like sighing, taking a sigh, a deep breath sigh, and whenever I would do that for the past 6 hours on that particular day, I would hear the words, 'You are stupid,' being screamed at me repeatedly for at least 20 seconds immediately after completing sighing, after taking a deep breath, doing deep breathing. Immediately after doing that, for at least 20 seconds after, but I've looked at the clock and it looks more like 40 seconds, but I'm just going to say at least 20 seconds. I would hear the words, 'You are stupid,' being screamed at me. And so that's one of my notes. And I was looking at the notes that I have in front of me, and most of them are about sighing, taking deep breaths, doing deep breathing, uh, unintentionally mostly. And all these notes that I have in front of me are basically about the same thing, but I'll still check them out and make a record of them, put them, in a recording and things. So, it says right here in a different note, I have been hearing all day, at least twice an hour for the past 10 hours, the words "you are stupid" and "weak" being screamed and shouted at me, being yelled at me immediately after taking a deep breath slash doing deep breathing. And it says, and half the time the breaths are unintentional, which basically is a sigh. So, yeah, and the screaming and the yelling, it's not like super loud volume, but I hear these sounds all day long, from when I wake up in the morning, very first thing when I wake up in the morning, until about 10 minutes before I go to sleep, before I actually start to sleep. I'll get about a 10-minute break. But in between there, in between when I'm asleep, from when I wake up until when I go to sleep, I will hear them all day long. But you know what? It's not like every single second of the day. It's not what it is. It's like every single hour of the day. And of that hour, it will be at least maybe 25 minutes of any given hour. Those 25 minutes of any given hour will include sounds that I hear that come from an outside source, kind of like digital, kind of like wireless digital type of stuff, and I'll be hearing that for from when I wake up till I go to sleep. Which so I'm awake about 16 hours of the day. So for 16 hours of the day, um, out of every hour will include at least about 25 minutes of sounds from the digital wireless source, and that's how my day looks like. So and most of it is not loud volume. Most of it is regular volume, maybe low volume. I want to call it, in between medium and quiet volume. It's in between medium and quiet, maybe low volume. But in my notes right here that I was taking when I was saying that I was hearing the words "you're stupid" and "weak" being yelled at me after taking a deep breath, uh, the volume would increase to a little bit above medium, not very very loud, but enough for me to consider it being shouting, and be consider it yelling and shouting and screaming. Maybe not necessarily screaming, but yes, shouting and yes, yelling. I would hear that it was in between medium and loud volume, and I would hear that after taking deep breaths. So that's what I mean when I say shouting and yelling. It's a, in between medium and loud. Screaming in between medium volume and screaming volume. It was in between those. So that's what I mean when I say shouting and yelling. Yeah, so I'm gonna move on to my next note, guys, and it says, for the past 2 hours, I have taken 4 deep breaths, all unintentionally, which is a sigh, kind of like sighing, but still what I call deep breathing. And every time, including for the past 5 days now, at least 20 times a day, after taking a deep breath, I will hear yelling and shouting for at least 20 seconds, but more like 40 seconds. I will hear yelling and shouting things like, "You are stupid and ridiculous and weak." And so that's one of my notes. And I'm on my last note here, guys. This is my last note. So the last one says, I began to practice hygiene and washing my face and cleaning my mouth, brushing my teeth, when I began to hear the words mom, dad being said to me, the words mom and the word dad being said to me at least 25 times in 10 minutes. And that's making 5 times in 2 minutes. So 5 times in 2 minutes for 10 minutes makes 25 times at least in 10 minutes. I don't know if that sounds complicated to understand, but that's what the numbers look like. And, anyways, though, continuing in the note, it says, it was aggressive shouting the words mom, dad, for the 10 minutes. And, that's that note. So that's all of my notes, guys. And I just wanted to make records, make documents, put them online, put them on the internet, upload them for myself and for anybody else who wants to check out what I've made, check out these documents that I'm putting on the internet. They're public. Anybody can check them out and see them and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this recording, guys. I appreciate it if you've been able to check out this whole recording. And if you would like to help support my channel, you can remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And that would help support my channel. So, yeah, that's all my notes, guys. And that's what I felt like, making records of and putting them online and stuff. So, that's it for now, guys. So, again, I appreciate you guys checking out my video and peace out.